Uh, Very good morning, student. In last lecture, we have seen the pollen pistil interaction. After that, we have seen the very important topic, that is double fertilization. Now, hopefully, you remember or you have done with this topic, that is double fertilization. We will quickly revise it. So what is a double fertilization? There is a two male gamete which are fuses with the one with the egg and another with the secondary nucleus, is nothing but a double fertilization. And you know that this is a unique feature of this angiosperm. In the double fertilization, the pollen tube forms with the pollen tube nucleus, and through which the two non-motile male gametes entering into the embryo sac. So one it fuses with the egg and another fuses with the secondary nucleus. So there are two terminologies, that is syngamy and triple fusion. So in syngamy we'll get the embryo, developing embryo, and from the triple fusion we'll get the primary endosperm nucleus, that is PEN, right? Now after this fertilization, so the development of endosperm and the development of the embryo takes place simultaneously, but first we will see the development of endosperm. You know that endosperm provides a nutrition for the developing embryo. Now the question may arise in your mind, that if they are developing simultaneously, then how come it will provide the nutrition? Okay, once वी ना, अगर आपको खाना मिले तो आप कंटिन्यूसली खाते ही जाओगे, राइट? ऐसे नहीं है कि पूरा खाना एक साथ आपको चाहिए, कुछ भी मिला तो हम खाते ही रहेंगे, राइट? लाइक दैट इट इज़ डेवलपिंग एंड द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म एंड द embryo is development is simultaneous. So first we'll see what the development of endosperm. In that the triple primary endosperm, we know that कि दो secondary nucleus के साथ male gametophyte fuse हो रहा है, then will get the triploid primary endosperm. Okay, it will divide rapidly, and the division will be the mitotic, and from the mitotic division it will form the nutritive tissue, that is nothing but the endosperm, right? Triploid primary endosperm divides mitotically to forms a nutritive tissue, and that nutritive tissue is nothing but the endosperm. Okay, now they have given the modes depending upon the development. So endosperm is divisible into the three modes, that is nuclear, cellular, and halobial, right? So the nuclear division, in that, so they have given the diagram for the same, that is figure 1.14. okay, in the nuclear division, the most common division found in 161 species, okay, or 161 angiospermic families, right? So next, the mitotic division to form the number of free nuclei without the wall formation. So I have made the small diagram over here. Here you can see this is one cell. Inside the cell, these are the free nucleus. It is not forming the wall around it. So there is no separate cell within the cell. Okay, so this is what, this is a vacuole, this is periphery walled nucleus. Okay, it is in single cell. Okay, next is what? Next is cellular division, that is nuclear division followed by the cytokinesis. Means karyokinesis is there, but it is followed by the cytokinesis. Means nuclear division, nucleus will divide, and after the division of nucleus, the cytoplasm also gets divided. Okay, so the it will form the wall immediately, and it is observed into the 72 species. Okay, so this is the cellular division. Okay, this is act as a single independent cell, right? Next is the last type is what? Halobial type of division. It is first division followed by transverse wall. So first division, if the mitotic division happens, it will form the it starts with the transverse wall. Okay, that is unequal division. Here you can see the one cell is bigger than the another, that is transverse wall, transverse mitotic division happens, and immediately between the cellular and nuclear and it is intermediate between the cellular and nuclear endosperm. In the cellular there is a no wall formation, it is a wall formation, but in nuclear it is a no wall formation. So first one, the bigger cell will act as a micropillar cell, and the smaller cell act as a chalizial cell because it is toward the chaliza, and this is towards the micropillar end. That is why it is known as micropillar cell, and this is known as what, chalizial cell, right? So this is what, this is the development of endosperm, which is a nutritive tissue, and it will provide a nutrition for the developing embryo. Okay, now how the development of embryo takes place. Okay, we know that syngamesis happens, that is one male gametophyte is fuses with the female gametophyte, that is nothing but the egg, and it will form the embryo. Okay, now how is the embryo development takes place? This is what, this is the I know I am doing in hurry, it should not be happen. I have made some diagrams, so it will be easier for you to understand. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can free to message me on my personal number. It is given or it is in your group. Okay, so please send me your queries and your questions, so that I can understand that what changes I should made in my video, or what and if you want any other any other suggestion, you can free to tell me, right? So we'll see the development of embryo. This is what, this is the embryo sac, this is egg cell, and this is PEN, that is primary endosperm nucleus. Okay, so I have made the zoom diagram over here, right? After fusion we will get the zygote. So this is what, this is zygote. Okay, in the zygote the mitotic division will happen. Okay, so it will form the two cells. Okay, two cells pro embryo I have written over here. This is two cells pro embryo. So one cell is the suspensor cell, and another cell is what, embryonal cell. Okay, so the suspensor cells are present towards the micropillar end, and this embryonal cell will present to the chalizial end, right? After the two celled structure, see, I have made the third diagram. Concentrate on to the embryonal cell. Embryonal cell forms the what, globular embryo. So this basal cell, that is suspensor cells, pushes the developing embryo into the deeper endosperm, okay, for its proper nutrition. So the apical cell of the two-celled pro-embryo undergoes transverse and two vertical divisions at a right angle to each other, so that it will form the octate stage. Okay, and this undergoes with the many divisions to form the spherical mass of the cell. Okay, gradually this mass becomes the heart shaped and then horseshoe shaped, right? And finally it gets differentiated to form an embryonical axis with a plumule, a radicle, and two cotyledons, right? In case of dicot, and single cotyledon in case of monocot, right? Okay, again we'll revise it. This is embryo sac, this is the zygote. I have zoom over here. This is the zygote. It undergoes the division, so it will form the two-celled pro-embryo. Okay, towards the micropillar end it will form the suspensor cell, and towards the chalizial end it will form embryonal cell. So concentrate on the embryonal cell. It will shows the different mitotical division, and it will form the mass of a cell. Okay, simultaneously the suspensor cells also forms or also divides into the many cells, so that it can push this mass of a cell towards the endosperm, so that it will get the proper nutrition, and after the reaching to the proper nutrition, it will form the heart shaped embryo and ultimately horseshoe shaped embryo. In that it will form plumule, radicle, as well as two cotyledons. Okay, now I have two terminologies I have written over here, that is haustorium and hypophysis. Okay, so what is the haustorium? So the towards the micropillar end जो suspensor cell है, it will swollen and it will function as haustorium. It will attach to the micropyle and it will subsequently goes under the division, so that it can push this cell mass toward the endosperm. Okay, so the upper part is known as what? Haustorium, and the below part of this suspensor cell is known as hypophysis, which is attached to this globular embryo, right? So this is the development of embryo. It is not given in your textbook properly, so that I have made it simpler, so it is easier to understand you, right? So you can draw this diagram in your textbook and write the explanation in your own word, right? Now next they have given the point, that is seed and fruit development. I have not made any notes for that, because I have done in your last year in the morphology of flowering plant. Hopefully you will you have all the things you have remembered. If not, I'm giving you the task. You will read this point, you will make notes for it. If you have any doubt, you can send me your queries on my WhatsApp number, and you will you will solve the question related to it, right? So next I'm going to deal with the that is some kind of terminologies they have given, that is the apomixis, parthenocarpy, and polyembryony, right? So these are the terminologies we are going to deal with in the next lecture.